Here we go. All right. Let me just lower the sound for myself. Cool, cool, cool. Everything is started. We are streaming. We have gone live apparently. And we're off. So hello again and welcome to another exciting chill coding session maybe tonight in VR. Let's see. I usually go through the whole fuss of sending people links, so I might as well do that. There we go. And now I figure out what the heck I'm doing. Inventory float out of hand, work on house interiors, door improvement, add more decoration to house interiors, work on house exterior, slime stuff, farming, potions, brewing, cooking, rework night lighting. Is that still a thing we need? Rework lighting bugs. Oh yeah, I remember the lighting bugs inside. Yeah. Add a bow, apparently. Close terrain rework, also, apparently. Alright, let's start off with just a little tour, I think, of what I'm working on, just so I can remind myself more than anything. Polyverse skies, daytime, time multiplier, it's still going pretty fast. Let's put it at 0.1. 0.1? What is 0.1 like? We'll find out. Okay. Just get out of maximize mode for now. I just want to see. It's going pretty fast, the day-night cycle right now. Do we want to slow it down? Do we want to just not think about day-night cycle for tonight? Not sure. Undecided. All right, let's do that. Let's just put it 0.01, nice and slow. The sun will stay in the air for pretty much the entire time I'm in VR. All right. Pick up the headset and the controllers. Wake my hands up. There we go. Ooh, what am I pressing on? Okay. Uh-oh. Steam VR has been updated to version something something. Okay. It isn't asking for an update, it's just telling me it did. That's fine then. Let's put the headset on. Pick up my hands. Put my earphones back on, and we are good. Earphones back on. You know what? I'm gonna add something to this. Add environmental sounds. Add audio to item system events. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think that'd be good. A good addition. Some audio. Right now we've not worked on audio at all, actually. Maybe I found what I'm working on tonight. Okay, so let's go into VR and take a look around. if I don't get stuck in all the cables. Here we go. We are now in VR. My hands are here. They are in the right directions, which is always a good. Oops, just moved us around. A good thing. Can pick stuff up. Once again, got my floating orb. Yeah, that could be pretty good, having like sound effects for stuff. We already have like the wind blowing through the grasses. What else could we have as sound effects? Let's take a look around. I'm kind of, oops, I moved around without realizing it. I'm kind of enamored with that idea now, having some nice sound effects. Open this up, let's see. We could have like a sound effect around here, just sound of fire crackling in a fireplace. Might be overkill to have some for the light fixtures. What else is in this house? Is there any... The door, but maybe it's best not doing the door. I have a few ideas how you could do that. So like the sound would ramp up based off of the speed of the door moving, and make it like louder when it's moving fast up to a certain point or something. But I think it'll be a little bit complicated. What else do we have here? Potions. Nothing really noisy so far. And upstairs there's like a bed and some other stuff, so there isn't anything there. We could maybe get some nice birds singing. Could have it around here, just some general environmental sound as if there's a nest somewhere in this tree. Yeah, and like a noise for when the ball appears. Maybe like a shoop kind of noise or something. And then when we, oops, let's go over here. Maybe a noise that plays when it's like close to an object or right in and hungry orb, kind of like a kind of noise. Maybe that'd be good. Yeah, I hadn't thought about this at all before the stream started, but now I'm kind of into that. Let's do some audio tonight. Alright, let's get back out of VR. Put these down. Get very confused looks from the cat. Hello, Ida. She's just sitting on a chair next to me, being like, what the heck is my human doing? Yeah, let's work on audio. Okay, cool. So, first things first, I'm going to see if we have any audio already because of the pack that I was using. Suntail Village, audio, environment, fire, footsteps, forest, water. Interesting. Let's go with environment. We have doors and items. Okay. Item book. Okay. Oh, when you pick stuff up, that could be good too. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Let's do that. So, add audio for item pickup. Nice. Okay. And we have like glass, item, food, metal hammer. What's this like? Actually, maybe I'll lower the sound of the music tonight. Hopefully it's still, you guys can still hear it a little bit in the background, but actually, you know what? Let's lower that even more. Probably you barely even hear the sound anymore, the music, but that's gonna be okay for tonight because we're gonna Oh, this is good. Metal shield. We got a wood box. Okay, okay. What else is there? So door. Door squeak. Yeah, I have a few ideas how to do a door squeak that's like interactable with the speed of which you're opening the door, but I think we're going to hold off on that one because that one will be a little bit more complicated. We have fire. Okay. Can't hear this one very much. But we do have some sort of... What is this? Oh, it's like a crackling. I see. What else do we have? We have footstep. We won't need that. Forest. We have wind. Okay. More wind. Very, like, light noise. Okay. We have birds. Okay. All right. Okay. So this one isn't just, this one is really like constant birds. Okay. Oops, I clicked on something. Let's go back to the forest. Birds 1. I haven't listened to that one yet. That one is also constant chatter. So I think I'd go with bird 2 for like the tree area. So let's just do that. Let's add an empty game object. Call this audio sources. For now, it's probably like a bad idea to name it that and all that, but that's fine. And we're just gonna add a bird to this. Oh, it adds it directly to that game object. Okay, interesting. Let's make a new one and call it birds01. Sure. Put this on it. We have a nice audio and we have an area for the audio over here. And we're gonna go ahead and put this up in the tree because I do want it to sound like it's coming from somewhere in the tree. There seems to be a range. Listener. Okay, there seems to be a range and I'm not 100% sure how it works. I can't remember if this is like minimum distance, you see. Okay, let's make this minimum distance like 2. That's fine. And then it kind of rolls off based off the distance of how close you are. I'm probably not going to hear that right now. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to want like the sound of wind, right? But there isn't a specific place for it, the sound of wind. Mixer group, mute, bypass effect, bypass listener effect, bypass reverb noise, on play awake, and we're gonna make sure that loops. Yeah, this one has like it's a 3D noise, so it has a space, and based off how close you are to it, it's going to it's going to either get closer or not. And right now, spatial blend is set to 2D, which means you can hear it the same volume everywhere. That's not what we want. We want to put it to 3D. So based off how close you are to it, you'll hear it more or less. Let's test out just the birds right now. Let's give it a little check. Picking my hands back up. Okay, I don't currently... There we go. I don't currently hear any birds. Let's get closer. Oh no, I do. Yeah, you can kind of hear them. And if I get farther away, maybe that's not the best. It's not the best sound to test it with. Yeah. Okay, let's take a more chattery bird for the moment, and then we can go back. 3, we said that it was just constant chatter. Make sure it is in 3D space. Yeah, it is 3D space. Cool. And let's try again. There we go. I can hear the birds. I can hear that they're behind me. We may actually kill the music for a bit. Just want to hear the birds. And hopefully it isn't just like stupidly loud for everyone else. Okay. So, I can tell that the sound is coming from there. And if I get closer, it does get louder. And now you see, the birds are somewhere up there. You can hear them. And if I get farther away, they get a little bit more quiet. But even over here, they're still quite loud. And I'd want them at this point to be almost like you can't hear them. That's quite far away. Okay. So, what we're going to do is, without moving, I'm just going to take off maximize, go into my scene view, and we're going to play around with the max distance. Oh yeah, look at that. That's the max distance. Okay. Okay, we're good. Alright, so currently, you see what I was saying? If I put it in 2D, the sound is flat, and if I turn my head side to side, it makes no difference. However, if I put it in 3D, it's less loud. If I turn my head side to side, you can hear where they're coming from. So I would have expected to not hear them at this point, because we're right here, and the bird's over here, and the max distance should be there. I'm a little thrown off by this. Okay, let's see. Maybe it's because I was in game mode? No. Just keep going further and further away. At what point do we no longer hear him? Okay. My new guess, because this is quite far away, is that it doesn't update after you play. So, let's take the max distance and lower it down until it's something like this, perhaps. And then we're going to play it again and see what kind of, if it does actually like trail off to nothing. Okay. That doesn't make much sense. Okay. So that's not what we want. Logarithmic roll off. Maybe we want like, or maybe it never hits 0 and that's the issue. Let's just mess with this a little bit. Custom roll off. Linear roll off. Logarithmic roll off. You see it never hits 0. That's a bit weird. Let's move that here. Kill these. We'll make a little custom roll off. Something like that. That's bizarre. Okay. Can I make this longer? I should be able to. Let's see. So left tangent weighted. There we go. So I can go like over here, and then for this one we'll have, oops, no. This one will have right tangent weighted, and you see it's ridiculous. Can I zoom out? Not enough, apparently. Okay. Let's go to linear. And then we'll go to linear. And then we'll do right weighted. There we go. Then we can put it down to something like this. And this one we're going to do left weighted. And move this down to something like this. There we go. That gives us a bit more control over the curve that I was looking for here. And it should go down to 0 over time. Okay, let's try this now. Okay. We can barely hear it. And if we go over here, we can't hear it. Kind of hear it. There we go. I'm thinking actually this should be the point where we should stop hearing them, or almost stop hearing them. So let's just go back into scene mode so I don't make everyone dizzy, and bring this down. See, now it makes a difference. Okay, so something like this. Something like that. Which is 16. Let's make it a flat 16. That's an easy number to remember. So, custom roll off and 16 for our birds. Perfect. We now have the sound of birds. That's thing number one. Thing number two is that, and I think I started on explaining my thoughts on the wind and then instantly got distracted. But the second thing is the wind. On the other hand, we're not going to want to act in that manner. We're not going to want there to be a specific direction. And we're not going to want it to be either louder or weaker depending on how close we are to a specific point. We're just going to want it to be a flat sound throughout. So first things first, let's do that and call this wind. And put wind 1, sure. Just wind 1 in here. Leave it as a 2D because we don't want it getting louder as we get closer and so on. And it can stay right there. So let's listen to what this gives. Okay. I don't really like this wind. Let's get out of maximize mode, scene mode, and we're just going to change winds until we have one we like. Okay. We can kind of hear the rustling of leaves. It isn't quite as, like, forever the same. It kind of goes up and down. Alright, alright. Let's try number 3. Number 4? It's not a huge difference, is it? Okay, I think I like number 3 best. Sure. It's a bit too strong though, so volume... maybe 0.5? Alright. And let's go back into maximized mode. Just have a little walk around. Okay, so we have some wind. We have some birds. I still feel like the wind is too loud, which doesn't make the most sense because there is quite a lot of rustling leaves around us. Let's put this down to 333. Yeah, something like that. And I think that'll be good. Okay, we got wind, and we have birds. Now the next thing I would like to do is make it so that when you enter the house, the wind stops, or is much less pronounced, I guess. How do I want to do that? Because I think I'm going to want to make like trigger box in the interior of the house and make it so that when you enter the house, it kind of ramps down to 0. Because if you like move the door by hand and then slowly walk in yourself, you're not going to want it to instantly stop. You're going to want it to kind of go off to nothing. And admittedly, like if the door was to remain open, you would still hear the wind outside, but let's not focus on that too much. But that's not the only way that you can move around. You can move around with teleportation, and then I'm not going to want it to just suddenly shut off either. I'm going to kind of want it to have a little bit of a slowdown. Actually, I just realized I don't have my deer up tonight. Let me see if I can remember how to... Oh, I forgot what it's called. PNG? Tuberculosis. No, Bing, that's not what I'm looking for. I thump from upstairs. I can't remember how this is called. It had a weird name though. Let me see, downloads. I might be able to figure it out that way. Via do tube mini. Oh god. Okay, so via do tube mini. No? Tube mini? No? Oh god. Okay, where did I put this? Maybe on the desktop? Yeah, on the desktop. Let's see if that, okay. I see it on my screen. Okay, you can't forget the tiny deer. That makes the stream, let's face it. That and me like looking for things on my off screen. That's all you need in life, generally. Just a tiny deer. Okay. Right. So as I was saying, we got the winds, we got the birds. We now need the fire crackling noise. Actually, that'll be much easier than the wind. So let's do that right now. Audio source. There we go. Make this a 3D sound. Do fire. And we're going to heavily decrease the size of the fire cracking noise. Can I like copy? Not really, eh? Let's just have a linear. And we're going to place this over here on the little stove. In the little stove? Sure. Something like this. Decrease the size of this to about that. And where is my max distance? To about like this. Maybe this, so you can hear it when you come in. Admittedly, like, you would want to not hear this when you're outside. And then, you know, same with the wind. Depending on where you are, you hear different things. I don't know enough about audio generally in Unity to be able to do this properly. So for now, we're just going to leave this as such. Audio sources will be fireplace. Here we go. And give it a little save. And then we're going to work on the trigger box for the wind. So let's just go over here. Do box collider. And I should have a box somewhere. Oh, I left that there. Okay. So because this noise is a 2D, what I'm going to do is just stick it about in the middle. Go over to this option and just stretch the box out to fit approximately the house. What game is this going to be called? I have no idea. Right now it's just called 300 Years, and it's yeah, based on an anime. As for if this will ever see like the shelves on a consumer basis that you'll be able to purchase this game somewhere, probably not. I may at some point, like, why am I in orthographic? There we go. I may at some point make it so that you can download it and you guys can try it out for yourselves. But this is just kind of a personal project to, you know, do whatever and try stuff in. Maybe in the future I'll do a stream where I'm actually working on a game that like has goals and like is more traditional game, but this is more just a VR project that I'm kind of doing experience with, I guess. Right, so this is not a collision box, it is a trigger. And we're gonna want a script on this for the wind, so that when you come in, when you enter, it like shuts off the sound for the wind, and when you leave, it brings it back. So let's do that now. Scripts. Environment, doors, fog, lighting. Let's have a little folder for audio. Here we go. And in audio, I'm going to create a C# script, and I'm going to call it wind cutter, wind controller, wind audio killer. Why not? Let's call it wind audio killer. Make it nice and brutal. Very metal. Here we go. Can't have script components with audio killer because the script class cannot be found. Really? Is it because it needs to reload script assemblies, perhaps? I think it might be. There we go. That didn't make much sense to me, so this makes a lot more sense. Now we wait, and we're going to want to have it on enter and on exit. On enter, on trigger enter. So we have on trigger enter and private. No, just on trigger exit. Yeah. Visual Studio Community is receiving only secure and other. Cool story, bro. Let's not do that now. We don't need a start. We don't need an update yet. What we will need is a serializable field, private, audio source, and we're going to call this audio source wind audio. Sure, let's call it wind audio. That's a good name. And then serialize field private box collider and trigger indoor area. Sure, why not? Actually, collider other. How do I want to do this? Because what I was going to do is have it on just the wind, have a box, and then when the player enters that, it either kills or starts. Yeah, let's do it that way. Okay. I don't actually think I need this box collider indoor area, but let's just leave it there for now. On trigger enter. Okay. Do we have on the VR rig, on the player, locomotion system, XR manager, camera offset, main camera, let's see, do we have anywhere some sort of collider or trigger? Okay. I can make one. Let's do that. So let's have a little box collider. I'll make a very small box collider. I'll make it a trigger. And it'll be like 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Very teeny tiny. Can we take a look at it? Yeah, just this big. And it's just going to kind of simulate my head, I guess. And when I'm going to make sure that I'm tagged as, oh, main camera. Oh, perfect. Okay. It's tagged as main camera. And when the main camera enters the trigger for the indoors area, the wind is going to shut off. So let's make it really simple for now. So on trigger enter, we're going to check the colliders tag. So other.gameObject.tag, I believe it is. Yep, tag. There's compare tag. So compare tag is the game object tagged with tag. Perfect. And the tag shall be what did I just call it? Main camera, I think it was. Main camera, one word. Okay. Main camera as one word. So this is going to send me out a bool. Is it that or is it not? So if main camera is true, we're going to put the audio down to 0 because we've just entered the indoor area. So volume, and it's going to equal 0. And this is when I'm going to need the thing that I got rid of, but I think I'm going to use awake instead of start. I think that'll be fine. So on awake, we are going to check the actual current volume of the audio for the wind and keep that somewhere. So private float audio init audio. Let's just leave it as that. And init audio is going to equal the wind audio volume. So when we come in, we get the initial audio, and then when we enter the area, so we enter the house, it's going to bring it down to 0. And then when we exit the house, it's going to bring it back to init audio. Now it should be like really black or white right now, and I think that's fine. And later on, we're going to come in and try to do a little lerp, a little bit of magic to make it nice and smooth as a transition. So let's go take a look in VR once more and see if I did that correctly or I got myself confused again. Unassigned variable. Yeah, I forgot a step there. Okay, so let's go back to our winds, go down to here. I'm going to leave this here because I still have doubt that of what I did essentially. So let's just put this here and we're going to test. There we go. Indoor area isn't being used anyway, so it shouldn't be an error. There we go. So we kind of hear the wind in the background. Oops, where's my other hand? There we go. We kind of hear the wind in the background. I can come here, open the door very slowly. There we go. And now if I go indoors, darn, I still hear the wind. I did something wrong. Well, hello, door. Can you please just that way? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so let's find out what's happening. I think one of the objects that enters has to have a rigid body, but I might be wrong about that. I have that in the back of my head though. So let's try that and then actually like do some proper debugging. Let's do rigid body. Let's see. Do not use gravity. Drag, angular. It may also need to be a collider. Let's not worry about it too much. Let's just see if that helps. Okay. I just hit my screen, I think. Yep, just hit the screen. Okay. Let me get closer. Don't hit the screen. Oh! Oh, this works. Okay, so I do need a rigid body because if you listen now, we hear the wind. And as I move my head towards the door, we'll stop hearing it. It's off. It's on. It's off. It's on. It's off. On. Off. Cool. So that is seemingly functioning as intended. So this is what I missed, which is good. We can do that. Let's go back to our code now and do a little simple thing. How do I want to do this? Okay, so we this is a trigger. It enters and then it runs it once and then it stops running it. It doesn't just keep doing it over and over. So we are going to want to pop a coroutine if I'm not mistaken. Let's just do that real quick. So I enumerator, and we're going to call this shut off audio, alter audio. Sure, that's a name. And alter audio doesn't return a value. That's fine, I think. We're going to do it's going to take in the desired outcome. Yeah. Okay, so float target. Here we go. And now we're going to do if the wind audio, or maybe it's a while. My brain stopped functioning right there. While, let's do a while, and then if that doesn't work, we'll go back. Hello, you're coding wrong. Thank you. The light is pretty now. It really improved from last time. Yeah. When did you come in last time? Because I actually have the day-night cycle working pretty good. So during the day it's pretty, and during the night it's dark. Well, window audio dot volume does not equal target, and we're going to just lerp it. So I think it's mathf. I might be wrong. Lerp? No, it is mathf. Cool. Last week, but the start if not the end. Cool. Let me. How much time do you have? Because I'm going to finish up here with what I'm doing with the audio, and I'll pop in. If you don't have that much time, I'll show you the day-night cycle right away. Lerp. And what values does it take? A, B, T. Linear interpolate A and B by T. Oh boy. I can't remember how to do this all of a sudden. Okay, so whatever A is towards B and over time. Okay, so if I use this, I think it actually gives me a little bit of a curve as well. So from this to target and time dot delta time. And it kind of slow down as well. A bit, I'll watch the replay, not long. Okay, then in that case, what I'm going to do is just really quickly show you the day-night cycle. Because it is pretty. It is a very pretty night-day cycle. I'll make it go pretty fast for you though. Polyverse skies. Let's put it up to 0.5. The time of day will go really fast. And show you what it looks like currently. Here we go. Let's go to our rock before night arrives. There we go. Just look at the sun coming down. And now it's all dark. And the moonlight starts to come out as well. We can kind of see the moon. We see a bug. Don't worry about the bug. Where's the moon? There's the moon. And the moon is slowly going down. And it's dark again because the moon is hidden. And then the day comes. And then the sun comes up. And depending on the time of the day, you see the lighting and how things are like, the light is bouncing and all that changes. So as the night starts coming in, you see the shadows a bit more, and this is a bit intense. I don't like how dark it gets right before night, but still, it's coming along. There we go. There's your little update for the day-night cycle. Now I'm going back to audio stuff. Here, and I have to remember. I have to remember how this works. I could just not do this and just do it on update, and it'll be super inefficient. But you know what? That's simpler. I don't think my brain can take enumerators right now. So if just make an easy out. Nice. Just need a little bit of fog to blend the mountains with the sky. Yeah, okay. I'll go back to cooking with my friend. Cool. Say hello for me. If this right here, we are going to do this. And here we go. Target isn't a thing. So what we're going to do is do private float underscore target. And the target is as such, and on initialize we're going to do target equals init audio. Cool. So it's going to over time kind of ramp down and ramp back up. It's probably not going to be fast enough for us, or maybe slow enough, I'm not sure, but we'll find that out when we get there. So let's go and give it a try. There we go. Here we go. Open the door. And now let's listen to the wind. Does it go down when I move my head this way? Yes. But it's pretty instant. And I think the reason for that is I've completely forgot to actually change what it does. Yeah, audio equals 0. No. So target oops. Target equals 0 now, and target equals init. Okay, let's try that again. Let it load up. Here we go. Reload script assemblies. Okay, let's try that again now. My hands. Go towards the door. Open the door. Okay. Let's try it again. So I move myself up, and now as I move my head here, it should turn off. Okay, it's still going. I don't see a difference. So now we debug. Wonderful. I may actually take my headset off. It might, no, it's going to be more of a pain actually. Let's leave it on. Okay, so first things first, instead of playing maximize, please don't turn off my computer. There we go. Play focused. No. No, that's fine. Play focus, because I'm going to want to see the wind's volume, the current volume here. I want to see if this goes down at all. Maybe it's just going really slowly, which is what I think is happening, but we're about to find out. So let's do that. There we go. Move up to the door. Move this open. And now, if I move my head over, we're going to look at this variable right here. No difference whatsoever. That is not good. Okay, so let's see. If the volume does not equal the target, we're changing the volume to be the target with time.delta time. The target on enter goes to 0, which should mean that the volume doesn't equal the target. And then on exit, the target should equal the initial value. Okay, we're going to play again, and this time I'm going to go into debug mode because I'm going to want to see first off the volume here, but also what target it's giving me. Here we go. So, just get closer to the door. I guess I don't actually have to open the door. My head just passes through, but let's do it anyway. Okay, so target is 0.333, and if I move it here, target is 0. So the target is 0, the initial value is 33333, and the volume is currently at 3333333. And it is just not moving at all. That one, I have to admit, it's thrown me off. I was expecting it to move really slowly, but that's a bit much. Okay. If the volume does not equal the target, lerp the volume to the target with time.delta time. Let's do times, I don't know, 1,000. Sure. See what that gives us. Clickety clickety click. All right, let's try that again. So open this up. And we've increased it stupidly, so it should change. No, it's not doing anything. Okay. I've done something wrong here. Audio source equals wind audio source. Making audio source volume 0 does do something. Maybe I'm doing the lerp wrong. Let's just make sure it's going into here first. Oh, you know what I can do? Oh, no. I was going to put a breakpoint, and I remembered you do not attach to Unity in VR. It freaks out. So let's just do a debug.log. And it's just going to say in or something. Cool. Let's do that again. Make sure it's actually going in, because maybe I did it wrong and I've seen it like 10 times at this point and it still hasn't sunken in, which is possible. You know, it is Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock. All right. Okay. So I don't need to have this on my head. We go over to console. We look at this. Let's clear that. There are no ins. And if we stick our head in, we are now in. It's going over and over. Stick our head out. Okay. So it is going in. It must be my lerp. Oh, I think I know what. Oh. Apparently I've forgotten how lerps work. I think I know what I did wrong. This doesn't actually change it. It just comes out with the float value. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. So what we want to do is do this equals that. Because this doesn't actually change it, it just pops out with the next number it needs to go to. So the interpolated float resolved between two values. Yeah. So now we're actually changing it, and there should be an effect. Here we go. Now it should be stupidly slow or stupidly fast, and we'll find out. But it is going to actually do something. All right. Here we go. And I'm looking at my values for volume and for this. And if I stick my head in, it goes down to 0. Slowly, very slowly. Yeah, this is essentially 0. And if I take my head out, it goes back up to 3333. Very cool. Now, the reason it's acting like this is because it's looking at what it's currently at and where it's going, and it slowly it tries to take, like, essentially, where's my paint? Here we go. So what it's doing is it's taking the point where it's initially at, right? Let's take red. Let's say this is 33333, right? 333. And it's trying to get down to the point of 0. 0. But it's not just going from 33333 to 0, it's going at wherever it happens to be at that tick. So the end result is you end up with something that's kind of like this, right? Instead of having a straight line, let's have yellow. Oh, I can't do that? I can't make a diagonal line? Good to know. Let's do it this way. Instead of having a line like this, you have something that's a little bit more like a logarithmic thing, but it essentially never will hit 0. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to, when this is triggered, find out where it currently is and where the target is, and then the update is going to change based off that. All right, so we have target, we have private float. Let's see. If we have a target, we have also a current, trigger point. Or maybe we don't want to do it that way. We just want to say, no, we do, because if you have your head halfway through. Now, let's do that. Trigger point. Okay, so trigger point equals, and then we're going to do the current volume. So if it isn't 100% done, that'll be fine. And if it is 100% done, you know, it's also fine. It'll just base itself off that. So instead of going from this to target, we're going to have it from trigger point to target, and then over time. And this will make something a little bit more linear. A little bit more like this. It'd be nice to have something kind of logarithmic, if that's the word, if I'm using it correctly. But bit of a like smooth slow down. But no, I don't want to. No. All right, so let's get towards the house once more. I'm holding on to the wrong hand, apparently. The heck? Okay, sure, well that works too. I should be able to do it with this hand as well. All right, and now I'm going to look at the values. So we have 33333, and as I stick my head in, you see it's slowly going from 33333 towards 0 at a constant pace. it isn't super fast and then slows down. We're going to change the speed because that's a bit, you know, horrible. But this is what we want now. So let's get out of debug mode. And we're not going to need the indoor area because we're using on trigger exit and stuff. So let's just get rid of that. We are going to use it though for float and ramp speed. Sure. And initially it's going to equal 10. That's a good number. Here we go. So this should be updated down here. And it should go a little bit faster. I see that. Here we go. Ramp speed is at 0. Fine. Let's do 10. And we're going to stick our heads again in and see what happens. Here we go. Look at the 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Once again, my hands are inverted for some reason. That's okay. And here we go. And now we look at the 3, 3, 3, and I stick my head in, and it's going down at the same speed. And that is probably because I didn't actually use my ramp speed. Here it is. That is correct. So times ramp speed. There we go. I think I could also use like an animation curve to do this and have more control over how I want the sound to like come in and out. But if you notice so far, my brain has gone out the window today. So we're not doing that tonight. And once again, wrong hand, but that's fine. Open the door, why not? And now, as I stick my head in, it should be going slightly faster. There we go. Ooh! Is it because I'm not in all the way? Oh, this is something weird. So my head is out. Let's put ourselves into debug mode and see what's happening. Target point is 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Trigger point is 25 or whatever. We're back at 3, 3, 3. Stick my head in. It's going down, but it's going back up, but it's going down, but it's going back up. Okay, I messed something up with my math. This isn't normal. Okay. That may be because we're just going too fast for it and it's freaking out. Normal? Let's put this up to like 2. See if that works. Okay, I can't see this. Over here. And ramp speed is at 2. Let's put ourselves back into debug mode so I can see my variables correctly. Stick my head in, target is 0. It's going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Oh, I know why. It's because I forgot how lerps work again. Okay. So, the way a lerp works, which I've forgotten once more apparently, is it isn't just changing it based off of the number that's coming in, which is what I had thought initially tonight. It goes from 0 to 1, or 1 to 0. I'm not sure which one it is. So this must be 0, this must be 1. And it goes, yeah, essentially between one and the other. So once you hit 1, you've reached this point, and when you're at 0, you're still at this point. Right now what I'm feeding in is time.delta time, which is numbers like 0.0033 or whatever. It's essentially the amount of time that's passed since the last tick. So it's never going up to 1. So what I'm going to do is create myself a new private float, and we're going to do cur transition equals 0. Yeah, why not? Here we go. And cur transition is what we're currently doing. And we're going to do cur transition plus equals time dot delta time. Nope, not real time since. Delta time times speed. Ramp speed. So it's going to go up every tick from whatever it's currently at up to 1. We are going to cap it. So cur transition equals mapf dot max returns largest of 2 values. Okay, we could do that. I was gonna clamp it, but that works. Max and between the current value and 1. Just like that. Yeah, that's fine. So it's gonna go all the way up to 1 and then it's gonna stop, and then we should have the number anyway. So current transition equals blah, 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 blah. Cool. And current transition is what we're going to do. And current transition is going to be set to 0 whenever this is triggered. So equals 0. And seeing as we're like redoing quite a few of this, I may make a method after, but not right now. Let's just see if this works. There we go. I'm not sure which hand is which. Wrong hand again? Sure, why not? There we go. And move this. And now, if we look at our values here and look at the volume, ooh. Okay, well that's way too fast. way too fast. Cur transition isn't changing, that's what's wrong. Okay. Cur transition equals 0. Current transition equals 0. Current transition is 0 plus that times ramp speed. Current transition maxes out at 1. Returns the large... Oh. Min. Okay, that's a bit confusing. So max is going to... it's going to give the biggest of 2 values. So I want min. So that it maxes out at 1. Sure, you know what? Don't question it. I'm sure it made sense when they named it. Do I have my hands on correctly now? Yes. Okay. And open this. Look at our variables. And now if we stick our head in, bloop. Here we go. Cool. So let's put this down to 1. You see? It's nice and slow now. And we could even put it slower if we wanted. Sure. However, it is very linear. Let's have, sure, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Cool, so 2/3 of a second. And what we're going to do is something that is completely needless that I said that I wasn't going to do. So let's do that now. That sounds fun. Let's make a little new property, new variable rather, and call it animation curve. And we're not putting equals. We are going to call it audio curve. Cool. Here we go. And we're going to use that. Min this. So this is going to be used in here. Evaluate float time. And these also use like 0 to 1 values, or I think you could use other ones, but we are only interested in 0 to 1 values. And we're going to create a nice little curve for it. So while we come back over here, and we're going to do essentially the opposite of this. So at 0, at 0 and x, we're up to here. Can I not? Yeah, edit key. So at time 0, value is 1. And at time 1, value is 0. We are going to move this over here. And maybe something like this. Let's try this. Oh, actually, I did that wrong. I want it like this. So at 0, it's at 0, and at 1, it's at 1. It's the thing in between that I wanted to change. Okay, so it's going to go faster in the middle if I do it this way. If I do it this way, it's going to go slowly at the start, then fast at the end. If I do it this way, it's going to go fast at the start and then slow at the end. So let's just try that. See what kind of effect that does. Once again, headset on, get close to the door. Here we go. Look at the values. Where are they? Here they are. And as I stick my head in, you see it went fast at the start and slow at the end. Fast, and then it slows down. It might be just too fast overall, so let's change this to 0.333333. Try again. I think that's pretty good. Okay, I think we've got a winner here. Very cool. And I ended up doing the thing that I was like, oh, this is going to be too complicated for my 8 o'clock brain. Turns out that, like, if I had tried to do it from the start, I would have realized that, you know, I was doing it wrong. So there we go. Let that be a lesson to all people listening. Do it the hard way first, because then you realize that you're dumb. Cool. So we now have wind. We have wind that like shuts off when you go inside and comes back on when you come outside. We have a fireplace that crackles happily when you're inside. We have a bunch of error messages about additional light shadow cast paths that we're going to ignore for now because I'm not touching lighting tonight. We have some nice birds living up in this tree, that when we get closer to them, you hear them a little bit more. And we have about 40 more minutes to play around with. So what I would like to do right now is select this, grab interactable. We have these exposed events, right? So select entered, pick from inventory, blah, 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 blah. What I could do is put on, let's start with the pitchfork. Just isolate the pitchfork real quick. Put on the attach point a audio source and give it a sound. Hammer instrument. Can I listen to this sound? I guess not like this. Okay. Let's go over here. Just have a little listen. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. That's not bad. Axe 3 is not bad. No, not quite, eh? Axe 3 wasn't bad. Let's see shield. Oh. Oh? Oh. Sword? No, I think I like shield. That's a good sound. Let's give it that sound. So attach point is going to have shield 1. I'm just going to double check that is the right one. Yeah. And I'm going to make it so that it's not going to loop. It's not going to play on awake. Mute bypass effect. I'm going to make it a 3D sound. And I'm going to make the minimum distance be like 0.1. And we should still hear it pretty well. And we should hear it as if it's in our hand when we pick it up. Cool. So that is the pitchfork. And let's keep it really simple because, as I said, we have access to all this. So let's do it from here. Selected. Okay. And when you pick it up, okay. Audio source. There should be one called play one time. Pause, play, play delayed, play one shot. Oh, okay. I can't do that one. It's just going to be play then. We're just going to play the sound. And same thing. Attach point when you let go of it. Do we want a sound? We don't want a sound when we let go of it. No. So we just want a sound when we pick it up. Cool. That is for the pitchfork. And it is set. Yeah, it is working. Let's just test it. I think that should work. I think that's all I need to do. If so, we'll move on to the hoe and to the... What is rake? I'm sorry, what? Okay. There's a something here, guys. Let's just turn that off for now. I don't know what that is. Okay, cool. So pitchfork is the one that we put stuff on. Yeah. And now let's listen when we pick it up if it plays the sound. Okay. I am going to physically turn around so that I don't hit my screen again. The screen is over here somewhere. Here we go. I'm going to move over to here, and as we pick it up, ooh! That's pretty cool. And depending on where it is, yeah, I can hear it on my left. Now I can hear it on my right. And then I can hear it in front of me. Very cool. Okay, so let's do that for the hoe and for the fish. So let us just quickly attach point. We're just going to grab this copy component and we're going to do the same for the hoe. I think we could have it like different sounds for each item as new variable. So we had the thing, the pitchfork that did this sound, and now maybe we can have the hoe do this or this. Okay, we could have it shield 3. Let's have it shield 3. Shield 3. Here we go. And now we have to go back to hoe, scroll down here, and add on attach point, play audio, audio source play. There we go. Now the hoe should also have a sound. Cool. What else do we have here? Food large. Kind of sounds like breaking blocks in Minecraft. Okay. No, that's clearly a book. Okay. Oh, no, that's wood. Oh, actually, I kind of like these sounds for the pitchfork. Cool. Let's go back here and just change this up for like maybe long 1. And then I can have the hoe that is going to be maybe long 3. Sure. Why not? Now let's go back to looking for the fish sound. Maybe the fish can have a squeak noise? No, we're not doing that. Okay, what about footsteps? Water? No, that's like long sounds. Footsteps, dirt, grass. Oh. Okay, no. And I'm unconvinced about the sound I should give my fish. Wooden box is fine for now. You know what? Let's just do that. So paste new component. Wooden box 1 on my fish. It's a bit weird, but it's fine. Okay, so let's test out if we have nice sounds for all the three items that we have here. And that's test number 1. We should. Test number 2 is going to be what happens when you pick it out of your inventory, because I'm not actually sure. There we go. Back in VR. I'll just give myself a place, and as I pick this up, there we go. Put that in inventory. Pick up this one. Here we go. Put that in inventory. Pick up the fish. Nope. I'm bumping into my stuff, so let's back up a little bit. Get a little bit closer, and now. Oh, I forgot to set that up. Alright, well, that's not the end of the world. Cool, good to know. So now if I pick this out, oh, it does actually play a sound. Oh, that's so good. Cool. So that works. Unexpectedly well, actually. However, my fish, I forgot to set up the this part here. So let's just do that right now. Attach point. Audio source, play. Very cool. And now our fish also has noise. Okay. Let's pop open the old to-do list. Add audio for item system events. We actually did that. Add environmental sounds. We've actually done that. Add audio for item pickup. We actually did that. What did I have here? Did I... Oh. A ba-ding. Undo. There's no redo. Okay, well, add audio for inventory hungry orb. Okay. This one's going to be a little bit more complicated, though. So, left hand. Interactable, grab interactable, props. No, we want player inventory, because that's the actual orb, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just take a look. Yeah, that's the actual orb. We have activity reference, activate reference, sorry, here. Player inventory is the visuals. Inventory anchor follow. It's just following the anchor. The anchor is over here. And inventory anchor, left hand controller. Where are these scripts? I probably saw them and missed them, but there should be a spot where there are scripts that's controlling, like when you hold down stuff, things happen. Left hand controller. Direct interactor, hover enabled, blah, 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 select exit. Okay. And if I go to visuals, player inventory, activate reference, inventory toggler, this might be it. Player inventory uses inventory visuals. Let's just go into here, and I think this is it. I didn't comment a single thing in here. I haven't been commenting at all, have I? Oh, okay. One day I'm going to hate myself. Cool. On enable, it's setting up our events. Action, toggle inventory, toggle inventory. Cool. Toggle inventory is the context that it takes in. So like callback action input, and is enabled contract is pressed. Apply status, so if it's visible or not. Cool. Let's have a little noise. Let's have a little noise when it appears. I'm not sure if we're going to have some nice noises in here already. Multi-story dungeon, perhaps? Meshes, prefabs, textures? No. This polyverse skies? No. Art, alchemy lab props? No. I guess the magic that I had been doing was in another project, so I don't have it here. So let's just go ahead and find some nice magic audio for like a magic orb appearing. Open game art. The best place to get, you know, cheap art for testing purposes. So we're going to go ahead and do sound effects. Oh. Spell sounds? Okay. Starter pack spell sounds. Can I enter this? List sounds, blah, 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 blah. Let's just click on this. Download all the viruses. And they are OOG, apparently. OGG, rather. Can I listen to these? Ooh. Cool. What is, like, confusion? Okay. Zap. Oh, God, no. Warp. It's pretty good. Okay, that one's a bit crazy. Water transmission? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Teleport? Nope, not quite what we're looking for. Spell? Okay. Magic veil. I like this. Not what I'm looking for. Magic drop? Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. I'm not hating this. Freeze, freeze. Oh, maybe force. There's like force push. Okay, that's not what I'm after. Okay, force pulse. Okay. It's a little bit too, like, retro for what I want. RPG sound effects. Let's just write magic. OpenID, username, search magic. Spell sound pack. I think that's the one I started off with. Atmospheric. Ghost monster voice. No, no, no. Heal spells. Okay. UI accepted forward. Freeze spell. Magic spell. FX. Let's test this one out. Okay. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's so happy. Oh my god, I feel like I leveled up. That's gonna get annoying real soon. No, it's a bit too much. Female RPG voice? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Card game sound? No. Magic missile? No. Ghost breath? No. Time magic. Okay, we're not doing that one. NES sounds, that's interesting. Magic smite. Okay. Okay. Magic shield? No. Wall impact? No. Catching fire? No. Sure, let's look at these ones. Heal? That's actually not so bad. Attack buff? Defense buff? No. Debuff? Revive? That's a bit too much. Absorb? Oh, I kind of want that one. Sleep? Okay. Speed up? Heal? I could use that one, like, to make it appear. Could use this when an item is dropped in. It's a bit much. What about this one? I could use that when it goes away. Yeah, let's go with these ones. These are fine. These are fine. Okay. Yes. Thank you. I'm definitely going to purchase this at any moment now. Let's see. Art, 3D, environment. Oh no. Where have I been putting the sounds? Oh, I've been using ones that are already there. Okay. So, let's go ahead and create audio. Folder. Audio. And in audio, we're going to create another one and just call it SFX. SFX. There we go. And we're going to have, I think I said absorb for sure. Let's see if that was correct. Yeah, when it eats something, that could be good. It might be a little bit much. Maybe I could speed it up. Quality, blah, blah, blah. There must be a way to speed it up. All right. Let's check out heal. Okay, for when it appears. Okay. And was debuff just like overkill? I can't remember now. Yeah, no. Debuff is not what we want for it disappearing. What about sleep? You know what? I kind of like sleep. All right, let's drag it in. Here we go. So we have heal for when the ball comes up. We have sleep for when the ball goes away. Yeah, I'm gonna get sick of that one real quick. And then we have absorb when like we put an item in. Also gonna get annoyed at that pretty quick. All right, sure. Let's just go. Let's just go with it. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Cool. So inventory trigger. This is here, and we're going to put on different audio for different times. So player inventory, blah blah blah, add, and we're going to have audio clip on all three of these. Here we go, and this is going to be audio on hungry orb. Oh, gross. On up here. Let's go on up here. Equals null. We're going to have on disappear. Appear. And finally on eat. Eat item. Here we go. Cool. So we're also going to want to have a place to make the sound. So let's have a audio source. And go ahead and have orb audio source equals null. So when we're going to be setting stuff active and inactive, and we're also going to be playing a sound or another. So audio source dot play one shot, and it's going to be one of two things. So if is enabled, if it's enabled, we're going to be playing the on appear, and otherwise it's going to be on disappear that we end up playing. And I think on each will not be here at all. So let's just start with that. We'll make it appear, we'll make it disappear, and see what that gives us as sounds. Loading. Here we go. So we don't have the source yet, but we do have a audio. These are scripts, SFX. Heal is on appear. Sleep is on disappear that we decided. And now we want a source. Player inventory visuals. We're going to actually add the source directly here. And make sure it is a 3D. And minimum distance of 0.1. We do actually want to hear it. We don't want it to play anything on awake. We don't want it to loop. And I think we're good. I think that's all we need to do. Let's find out. Go into play mode. Oh. Okay. So, pop the orb. Oh, we had a sound. Okay, the sound is not following my orb. Let us find out why. Because it doesn't move. And it's the visuals that are actually moving? Hey, look at that. Okay. Well, that's an easy fix. So let's, first off, make sure everything is off. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so, copy and remove. We're going to put it on the visuals. Probably should rename it, but I won't. And we are going to put the visuals onto this. The only problem with that is that it's going to turn off. And when it's going to turn off, it's going to stop the sound. So inventory visuals, hungry hole, item container, canvas. What I may want to do is make it so that the visuals themselves always stay on. It's whatever is underneath them that gets turned off. Which makes this a little bit, set active a little bit more complicated. But item container, visuals. What I could also do is inventory follower, right? And I can't do that. Okay, because it's a prefab. Let's just go into the prefab. And this is going to follow stuff. That's fine. We're going to add the audio source. That's fine. We're going to also add just visuals. Here we go. And take all of this, put it in visuals. And we're calling this player inventory here apparently. And here it is called inventory visuals. Follower. So I don't get confused. Right, and then there's visuals in that. So instead of using the player inventory here, is that the game object? It is. Okay, good. Player inventory, we're going to rename that. Player inventory up here. This is going to be inventory visuals. And hope this doesn't break anything. And it's going to break here, which is fine. Inventory follower, audio source, visuals will go to visuals here. Give it a save, and this should really just be moving it around. So if we go back in now, it's playing the sound. Okay, that's fine. And on the left, and on the right, and it kind of follows the hand around. And then we could like add some particle effects down the way. So it'll be like, right, it'll come from the bottom and then come up and maybe have like a bling effect, and then we can make like a spirally going away thing. Cool. Very, very cool. So let's go ahead and leave that here because we do want it to do sounds when we're eating stuff with our hungry orb. Very cool though. All right, well, you know what? Let's go ahead as maximized. Just take a look at what we've done today in the last 2-ish hours. Because I'm quite happy. Okay, I'm not happy with that. I'm fixing that right now. What sound is... It's probably because it's going in the first time. Inventory, asset active, blah, 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 apply status. That is... Alright, apply status. And we're going to just go ahead and do, like, bool is first. It is on enable equals false. And we're just gonna do a quick if is on enable is not on enable, then we play this, and otherwise, you know, whatever. The visuals, we do want to update it, or what we could do the visuals first, and then after that do this part. So if is on enable, just return. There we go. Just return. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're just not playing it the first time. All right, let's try that again and take another little tour. Ah! I forgot to add the I forgot to add the thing here. This is true. Here we go. So if it is on enable, get out of there. The joys of coding quickly late at night with absolutely no intention of making things clear and clean. There we go. Everything is fine. So it didn't play this time. Right. So, we have the sound of the grass swaying in the winds. If we move over here, there's birds somewhere up in our tree. We can go over here, pick something up, and it makes noise. We can pop open our magic little hungry orb. There we go. Drop this in. There we go. And if we go over to our house, open the door, and walk in, the sound of the wind dies off. I don't hear the crackling fire right now. I may have forgotten to put it on loop. That's fine. Here we go. Go back outside. And the wind picks up once more. We could also add like cricket sounds maybe. Have like a little random looping sound in the background of like animal life maybe. That could be good. But yeah, I think go chill by the birds. Here we go. I think this is pretty good for today. You know, the audio in any project, even like programmer art audio, of me not really knowing how audio works in a video game, I find it really adds something to a project. I feel like I'm a little bit more here now. There's a bit more life to the world. And that is where I'm going to leave it for tonight. Apparently staring away from my microphone. Fantastic. So this is where I'm going to leave it off for now. For everybody who showed up and left a message, thank you for passing by and just, saying hi. And for everybody listening afterwards, also thank you for listening. And I'll see you next week. Goodbye!